Hello and welcome to SquishiVision. We're going to do a very quick reaction to the trailer that just dropped about 2 hours ago. 3 hours ago? God, time flies when you spend the weekend just sitting on a sofa staring into the dark. Yeah, this dropped before the television event we will not be naming on this channel. It's a very quick, it's not even 50 seconds because that includes the end credits, so it's pretty much 30 seconds teaser, but it's revealing with the titles for the show. So yeah, there's not really much to go into. Let's just start.
Why did this face come back?
It's very quiet.
Why did this face come back? To say goodbye.
I don't think that's a plane. It's a spaceship in trouble.
Oh my God, where are we?
I'm sorry, Donna. He's here. Driving you mad. Laughing at the human race.
What the hell?
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.
I mean, yeah, let's go much to go through there. Let's I guess start with the titles. I mean, none of these kind of really give anything away to Star Beast. I mean, obviously there's several creatures in Doctor Who that have been referred to as the Beast, but I don't think this is meant to be a reference to any of those. Wild Beyond, I mean, there's several blue kind of motifs in. Also, I've just realized that's the these are the two, I mean, that's a very red filtered one, but these are the 2005 to 2009 opening credit backgrounds, not the more modern Time vortices that we've seen. So I guess they're going, and that, in fact, this is actually also the font style we use for the cast. So I wonder if they're suggesting they're gonna be bringing back that part of it, as in same, because the logo is different. Obviously, you see it in the corner, so it's not the ecliptic diamond. It's this. It's the one that was used during Tom Baker's era. So that's interesting that they're implying that this is going to be the same.
Laughing at the human race.
And this is again, yeah, same thing. So the giggle, and I think that's meant to be a reference to the character who we're going to assume at this point is probably the toy maker until we get corrected otherwise, because that's the prevailing theory. But so this appears to be like a Christmas market-esque kind of thing, or maybe it's just, I mean, it seems very, like, with the fog and everything, seems very winter-esque. This is what you would kind of expect the vibe to be at a Christmas market. But it says all going to come out in November, so maybe I mean, people are wearing very autumny winter clothing, so I don't know, I guess it seems to suggest a time of temperament, in case that's important. Sometimes it is in Doctor Who. We have two robots in the background who are very reminiscent of a film I've not seen, but I think it's called, I think of a Metropolitan. What's that old sci-fi film? Metropolis. The 1927. One of like the earliest kind of sci-fi films. These are very reminiscent of those robots, and it's kind of, I mean, those style of robots from Metropolis as kind of the inspiration for very much the android figure that inspires a lot of Star Wars, but also inspires the Cybermen, and it's a cyber dog. And I mean, there's nothing in Doctor Who which is going to have the prefix cyber and not be related to Cybermen, so they appear to be playing something in this role in this, but we've not seen him prevalent in any other kind of promotional leaked material, so possibly something very, very minor, if that, but this kind of gives that away.
Why did this face come back?
And then we obviously hear Donna talk about his face, so Donna for some reason gets the memory back and survives that, unclear how. We're talking about why his face has come back, so I'm glad we're addressing the fact that, for the first time in Doctor Who history, although it's certainly implied that it's possible before, someone regenerated into a previous kind of face. So it's going to be a drawing force of the plot, I guess. We've kind of done the whole what do the faces mean plot before. It was one of Capaldi's sub-arcs. Not a very well executed one, or rather, there was a whole thing about how Moffat made a big deal about how the face being similar was meant to be like a really, really big plot point, and when it kind of played a role in like a brief role in one of the stories, and then it kind of, the theme of that kind of continued, but the theme of that but wasn't reliant on the face issue, so that was kind of a disappointing arc. But so we're touching back on that.
To say goodbye.
Odd line. I don't see why it would be to say goodbye, because David Tennant's Doctor in 2009 was notorious for his very elongated goodbye sequence, which I don't think has been rivaled since or before in Doctor Who, so that would be odd. Workspaces for people to innovate, connect, and thrive. It's what that text says. I don't know if it's relevant. It might just be the text in that building. I don't recognise the building. It might be a London building. Someone from London might recognise it. But obviously we get a composited sky, which probably none of that background is real. And
To say goodbye.
I don't think that's a...
so we see probably Donna doing some shopping. So this is probably before she's probably met the Doctor and got in the story, maybe before she's got her memory back. But that being said, we see the Doctor with Rose in the same scene together, and as we know, Rose is the daughter of Donna, so possibly not, unless the Doctor meets Rose first, and that's how they get involved with Donna later on.
Spaceship in trouble.
And then we have these creatures fighting someone else.
I don't think that's a plane. It's a spaceship in trouble.
Unclear. They seem to be humanoid, but they're firing lasers. I can't remember who these creatures are. I don't think they've appeared in TV, but they might have appeared in comics. I know there's another. I think it's Meep. I typed Marp. Meep. Beep the Meep. I just don't know if these insect monsters are in the comics as well. I'm not that big on Doctor Who Expanded Universe. But obviously they're playing a role. There's a lot of things in here, so it's interesting to see how it kind of all melds together in the three specials. This is interesting because this it is unclear if this is a diegetic thing. I think for the trailer, like, are they hiding it from us, or is this part of the episode? It's not usual that they would leave overlay effects in something like this in a way that they have. But they do, so I mean, it says loading new sequence, redacted, a bunch of numbers. I don't know if I throw these numbers into something, if they'll mean anything. God knows, I'm probably not going to spend time considering that. I was going to play some video games, so I don't have time anymore, do I? How did I lose this day so quickly? So yeah, I'll probably like spend time looking. I mean, none of those really spring out. 5, because these are all random numbers. Someone with more time than me is probably going to rip the numbers ahead, but nothing that I'm looking at now. For completeness sake, we'll just throw them into Google and see if anything comes up. I will be surprised if it does. 1, 23, 20, 14, 15, 4, 9, 25, 18, 1, 14, 9, 2, 25, 18, 1, 14, 9, 2, 2. No, nothing's coming up. Apart from the fact I'm typing a bunch of numbers. So there's numbers down below as well, but they're probably just random numbers. So I guess we're gonna frame this. Yeah, but screen tearers, there's nothing clear behind it that I can make out. It could just be noise for all I know. It could be just being a random scene footage. It's probably this part actually we ripped through. Unsure what's going on here either. And then here we have Neil Patrick Harris, that's it. As the toy maker is what we're going with.
Here. Driving you mad. Laughing at the human race.
Again, nothing really from that can discern anything. There's a whole bunch of villains who are trickster-esque. And then a toy maker probably fit into that brief. But clearly it's somebody who is doing things for entertainment, and that kind of does narrow it down a bunch of kind of classic villains. And then here is Beep the Meep from the comics, which I've not read, but that's a big thing. And then get this regenerating logo. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I'm gonna probably do an erupt because oh, that was the wrong thing. An erupt bounce because I have other things to do, and clearly running out of time and energy. But thanks for tuning in, and yeah, we've got. Do we have a date? I don't think we have a date yet, do we? So we don't know when these come out yet, but we know it's freedom, we know titles, so that's something. Bye. Should probably put out about in not an hour's time, in an hour plus 2. In 3 hours time, I'm gonna be live on, hopefully anyway, if I get in on time, I'm gonna be live on the Passion and Nerds channel, giving my thoughts on the episode of Firefly, Ariel. If I get into the Patreon hangout soon enough. So yeah, check that out. Hour plus 2. In 3 hours time, I'm gonna be live on, hopefully anyway, if I get in on time, I'm gonna be live on the Passion and Nerds channel, giving my thoughts on the episode of Firefly.